Hello everyone and welcome to the Honda S800 update number 9. Oh man, one more and we hit double digits. So guys, we have a lot of cool stuff. We're gonna be bolting on some stuff, but we also have an update from the machine shop and we have a cool video from the machine shop as well. So let's go ahead and get started with the bolt-on stuff. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and install this coil. I'm really excited because we're getting stuff in the engine bay installed. Let's go. I do want to note, look how nice and this one is. This is in really good condition. And we have our new hardware, or our redone hardware. I got one started. Kind of awkward. All right, and it's installed. Woohoo! Okay, we're gonna go ahead and install this starter coil, starter relay, ignition coil. This is old school stuff here. If you know what it is, put it in the comments. I know it has to do with, I think it's a starter relay. But anyways, this goes over here, guys. It's got its own little tiny place, and we're gonna install it. I got one in there. All right, and I'm gonna tighten those down. I switched to a ratcheting wrench and it did the job. All right, it's in there. So we just got this small little hinge or bracket for the rear trunk from Pro Coating here in Grand Junction. And they did an amazing job. So this was powder coated. It looks great. We got some hardware and we're gonna go ahead and install it. It's small stuff like this that makes me excited because we're just getting one step closer. And again, this is crazy because we're literally putting this whole entire car together, like all of it. All right, and that's on there. So Ronnie's sending us the actual cylinder with the key to actually make this all work. So in the meantime, we're just gonna put it down and it should, there it goes. I don't think it locks in, but if it does, we could just pop it off. We are commencing the Goo-Gone process. Elise has a cotton ball and we are putting the Goo-Gone on the tape residue, as you can see. And we're letting it sit there and hopefully does its job and it takes off that residue.
Okay, I have finished the Goo-Gone portion of the rear fender, so it is a lot less sticky than it used to be. We're getting closer, guys.
So a couple days ago, I went and stopped by and saw Joe and the team at ASF Machine here in Grand Junction, Colorado. They're a machine shop and a tuning shop and a lot more. And I dropped off the head with them and I got to hang out with them. And as we put the head on the counter, I looked to the right and I saw this even smaller cylinder head. Check this out. Check this out. We thought that the Honda S800 head was small. Look at this. This is from a Fiat. What is it called again?
It's the multi-air. So the Fiat engine in the chassis shared by Fiat and Mazda.
That is so cool. Look at that. Look at these little valves compared to the, and we thought our engine was small. So as I was hanging out with everyone, we were looking over the head and I was getting pretty much educated, which was cool. I was learning so much. I don't know anything about machining or anything about like the intricacies of heads and cylinders and all the measurements and how all the crazy things that machine shops are very good at. So we were looking at the head and around where the spark plug threads in, there was little cracks, and they were like, well, we're gonna have to look at it after we clean it. We're gonna see how far those cracks are. And last night I got a message on Instagram from Joe, and he sent me a picture, and this is the picture. And he was like, big cracks. So I started doing research, and I was just like, let me go ahead and ask the S800 community what they think. And there was mixed responses. And essentially Joe told me that there's a chance that they could fix it by smoothing it out, and then they're gonna pressure test it and see if it passes that as far as the cylinder head, the typical test that they do, and see if it passes that. If not, you can weld it, and then you have to go through like a process where it has to cool down, but it has to cool down very slowly. But going through that process is a lot. I hear it's expensive. It's very tedious, and at the end, it cannot even, it could end up not working. So there was a guy who offered to sell me a Honda S800 head, but of course, it's another part of the world. So it's like, oh my gosh, shipping again from a whole nother part of the world. And so this is getting quite intricate. So I am crossing my fingers that they do, that the cylinder head passes the test. But at this point in time, I'm not surprised, but a little bit like, oh man, I'm not gonna lie. Last night I was sitting in bed and I was just like, well, if the cylinder head's gone, I'm not gonna keep dumping money into rebuilding the original engine. And I was looking at some 13B motors. Now, wait, I know everybody's like, but I want the original motor. I want this to work. And talking to Joe today, which they're really good people over there, I have a feeling that we still might be able to salvage this head and use it and put this engine together. Because I forgot to tell you that whenever you have cracks around those areas, having cracks in the head in general is not good. But if you're using an engine for a low power application, you can get away with more cracks. I know, don't quote me on this, but if you have high power, like no way. So we're just gonna see what happens. And essentially, I don't know a lot. I'm trusting the shop here. I got some good feedback from people on the S800 Facebook member community forum. And so we're just putting all that together and just giving it a shot. I don't think we have anything to lose right now to try to fix the head. Now, our next few videos for the S800 is gonna be a little bit different. And the reason why is because I think I have some gold here. And what I mean by that is I disassembled the headlight, I got all the pieces for it, and I was just thinking, why don't I just make an assembly video and make that separate, so if anybody ever is putting back their S800, they have that video. I'm gonna do that with certain components like the headlight, the horn. I'm like restoring the horn, well, to the best ability of mine that I can, and other things. But small stuff like that, I'm gonna make separate videos of just showing how to do that in the process. So you guys might like that, but definitely we're gonna continue these updates as well. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And again, hey, you could get a decal on the hood. Hit the thanks button, all right? Nobody's done it yet. Come on, guys. It's a cup of coffee. Show some support. Nah, guys, you guys are already doing great. But for real, it'd be cool if you hit that thanks button. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Take care, and we will see you later.